What is going on, guys? Welcome to week number 9 of our NCAA All Teambuilder Dynasty. We've got Clarksville hosting Daytona State, Philip Fulmer and the Scarlet Bantams trying to get a W here against my Daytona State Golden Jackals. Look at the offensive numbers there. Pretty balanced offensive production out of UT Clarksville. Not so much for Daytona State. We'd love to pass the football. I'm more of a running style player in the first place, but Daytona State's defense, guys, you can see them on the field here. A lot of slants given up, just corners just not being able to press their man and really hang with the receivers. Evan Wallace already 4 of 4, and then look at this. They get sucked into the blocks, and then Evan Wallace gets that touchdown, 12-yard touchdown run. So he's got some legs. He's kind of like a Corey Summers, just a little bit, probably a little bit slower for Gallatin Greyhounds. But nonetheless, he can scoot. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is Daytona State gives up a lot of points. We try to get Brandon Worthington going into games, but look at this. 1-yard runs, offensive line doesn't get the push that they need. 2 rushes for negative .5 average on the day so far. So not a good start by Worthington. 4th and 1 situation here, and we're going to be aggressive, and he gets the first down. Worthington's able to get that 5-yard run to push the chains. We get Claiborne in action here on a little post to the sidelines, and he's going to pick up 17 yards on that catch. But guys, what I'm trying to say is defense gives up a lot of points, a lot of yards. Got to play catch up, so that's why the numbers are definitely skewed in favor of the pass for Daytona State versus the run. I do like to run the ball a little bit more. Good pickup there by Mike Picoletti. Look at this play action here. Great job sucking those defenders in, and Claiborne with a 21-yard touchdown catch. Ty Morrow 4 of 4 for 74 yards and a score now. Look at this pattern. Boink. Look at that. Perfectly timed, perfectly run route. Great job by Morrow and Claiborne. Good blocking on the offensive line as well. Don't want to leave those guys out of that conversation because that was definitely what led to that play. And check this out. The defense. Look at Cameron Pittman here. Whoop. Shifts his way to the left across all of the defenders, avoids the tackles. Everyone's diving for the football. He picks it up, standing up. Look at that. What? Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Daytona State defense coming through, gets the fumble recovery, and punches it into the end zone. 14-7 now. And then look at this. Great job by Lowry to come on in and shut down that screen pass. So Daytona State defense, guys, starting to come alive a little bit. This is what they needed to get going here to start really dominating their opponents. 3rd and 14, Evan Wallace dropping back, feeling some pressure here. Goes to the check down with Clemens, but gets 13, but not enough. It's going to be 4th and 1. Going to end up punting this football. Ty Morrow dropped back on 2nd and 2, and he's going deep looking for Claiborne, and he's got it. Look at that pass. That's not a very good decision on Ty Morrow's part, but when you've got a guy like Antoine Claiborne, look at this. He high points the football in between the safety and the corner on his tail, and he still makes the catch. Brandon Worthington on a 3rd and goal, unable to punch it in, 2-yard loss, but we've got All-American kicker here, Alejandro Garza. He's going to chip shot it through. 17-7 now. Daytona State is up, dominating this football game. Corey Pickens gonna fumble. Daytona State is dominating, guys. Dominating so far. 2 turnovers already in the first half. Late into the second quarter. This is what Daytona State needs to really put this game out of reach. But the booth is going to review if he was down or not. What do you guys think? Is he down? Are they going to reverse this call? I'm not going to reveal it. What do you guys think? I think he's down. The knee's obviously down. And then the ball comes loose. What do the referees say? It's reversed. So, Clarksville keeps the football, 2nd and inches now. And we're getting some pressure here. And Hunter is going to make a great catch. He was wide open. Just brought the house there. A lot of man coverage. Pretty much same play. Kind of an engage 8. Brought the house here, and Clemens is going to catch this ball again. This time, punches it in for a 24-yard touchdown. 12 of 12 for Evan Wallace. So it's like no matter what we do here, if we bring pressure or we stay back, he's just finding the open receivers. And that time he was able to punch it in for the score. So 17-14 now. We're in the third quarter. Antoine Claiborne here getting involved yet again. 19-yard catch, and he shoves off a defender, so he's got some power behind his agility. Brandon Worthington looking for the sideline, getting the pylon, but he's unable to dive in. Sets us up on 3rd and goal, and then Ty Morrow scrambling, looking. He's got nothing. He probably should have thrown to the A receiver on that drag route, but he didn't see it in time, and Garza's going to come back on and kick another chip shot field goal. 20-14 now, getting late in the third quarter. Evan Wallace and the Scarlet Bantams looking to get something going, but nothing. Got nothing. Nobody's open. Forces a 4th and 7. They punted it at the 1-yard line, and check this out. Look at Picoletti. Slant route on the double slants, and Picoletti's going to go to the sideline for a 41-yard reception. It was about a 10-yard catch, but after the yards after catch, just tacked on 30. That's what we like. At the 50-yard line here, look at Claiborne. Shake and bake, baby. 9-yard catch for Claiborne. That is 8 catches now for 141, and we are into the fourth quarter. He's having a day, a Heisman caliber day. Another 8-yard catch for Claiborne. Got to get a score here, guys, because if we give up another touchdown, they're obviously going to be up by 1. So got to get a score here. Look at that pass. Worthington catches this football. He's not known for his prowess with receiving the ball as a running back, but he's going to punch that in for another score. 27-14 now. Definitely have control of this football game. Evan Wallace dropping back, feeling the pressure. He's going to throw it away. 2nd and 10, 2:50 left to go. If we can stop Clarksville, the game is pretty much out of reach. There's a catch there by Jakari Love, but none gained. None. 3rd and 10 now. Evan Wallace dropping back, looking for a screen, and then Chaz Landry, great job there. Forces a 4th and 8. They obviously have to go for this with 2:20 left to go. Time taken away. We're going to bring the pressure here with our defensive line. And then Evan Wallace going to get sacked. And the game, guys, the game is relatively over. 27-14. Look at that. Hemphill coming on in, gets the sack. 2 minutes left to go. We want to pad our lead, though. Definitely want to pad this lead. And then Claiborne gets another catch. 18 yards this time. What's he at now? 10 catches for 167. 167, guys. And then we drop back. Morrow's got Callahan. 7-yard touchdown catch there. So Morrow having himself a day. 349 yards for 2 touchdowns. Great job by Ty Morrow. Actually, it's 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. And then they're going to get a 6-yard reception here by Geraldo. I got to ask my brother what the name is of that guy. I can't remember. Geraldo or Geraldo? Not sure. Evan Wallace, though, we have to show the Scarlet Bantams fans some success, though. Gets that touchdown, late touchdown. But Daytona State's going to take this W, guys. 34-21. It's a very, very big win for Daytona State. And look at that production. 167 to 255 out of the rest of the squad. So Claiborne, guys, the offense obviously runs through Claiborne, but if we can get Ty Morrow to keep performing like that, 349, like that's his best performance. No turnovers. And that's the name of the game right there. No turnovers for Daytona State. It's exactly why that game was out of reach, and out of reach pretty much the whole game for the Scarlet Bantams. So, guys, let's flip over now to Florida Cape Coral and Gallatin. You guys have been waiting all year long to see Cape Coral in action. Well, this is your shot. But we all know how this is going to end, don't we? We really all know, right? Gallatin's probably going to just take it to them, and Cape Coral's not going to have a chance. But it's good to see them in action. I want you guys to be able to see them and how they perform. Get used to some of their players. Jarrett Jordan, guys, actually gets the start at quarterback for Gallatin as Corey Summers is out 1 week with a strained pectoral muscle, so he is not able to go. So they went with Jarrett Jordan, and then look at this. He's just going to find Anderson here, Preston Anderson, for an 18-yard catch. Cape Coral does not have a very good defense. They don't have a very good team in general. But you guys will be excited just to see how they do. So Gallatin's just driving down the field here. 1st and goal. Jarrett Jordan finds Byron Smalls, the tight end, for a 4-yard touchdown catch. So Byron Smalls has been a favorite as of late. He had those early drops earlier in the season, but he has since figured it out. 7-0 Gallatin, and look at Benny Barajas, quarterback. I just want to show you guys this on replay. Just check this out. What was he doing? Immediately after the snap was taken, throws it out of bounds. Didn't even give the offense a chance. What is that? What is that? He's scared. Benny Barajas is scared for his life because this offensive line, who knows what's going to happen with this offensive line versus Gallatin. But Kayleigh Pryor, 24-yard catch here. 1 of 2 now for Benny Barajas. Pretty much he's 1 of 1 if the CPU doesn't decide to make a goofy throw. Barajas dropping back here. He's got some pressure, and then he finds Kayleigh Pryor again for another 14-yard catch. So, man, Kayleigh Pryor, that tight end, he's been the go-to guy. And look at McDougal shoving off the tacklers. Perry McDougal for 21 yards. Great job there after the run and catch. And then Sergio Ramirez, look at that guy go. 13-yard run for Ramirez. Sets up Cape Coral, the Bullfrogs, 2nd and goal here. Barajas dropping back. He's got time, and then look at that. Finds Dave Gonzalez for a 7-yard touchdown catch in the back of the end zone. That's a great pass. That's a great pass. Benny Barajas, guys, you got to watch out for him. If you're fans of Cape Coral, make sure you're keeping an eye out on Benny Barajas. He's their one shining star, and he's definitely going to be a guy that they need to center around and build around if they want to have future success. Jarrett Jordan, keeping with the program here with Gallatin quarterbacks, love to run to the outside and then giving it to Monahan up the middle, slashing and dashing, using his blockers. Travis Monahan is in. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. It's already 14-7 now. Let's go to the second quarter, and Gallatin back with the football again. And look at Jarrett Jordan just using the speed, diving for the end zone, 10-yard touchdown run. And now it's starting to get a little bit out of hand, right, guys? Just a little bit. 21-7 now. Mid-second quarter, Cape Coral's got the football yet again. Got some interesting defensive alignments here for Gallatin. Perry McDougal makes a nice catch on the sideline. And then look at this toss play. Lead blockers out in front, and Sergio Ramirez making some moves. 9-yard rush for Sergio. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, guys. So Cape Coral's showing a little bit of fight. A little bit of fight in them. This is a good thing. Look at the protection, too. And then we got Houston here making a catch, moving the change there. 6-yard grab. Starting to get a little bit later on in the second quarter here. They're starting to drive, though. The blitz is coming, but it's going to drop Barajas for 4-yard loss. 2nd and goal now. We've got trips on the left with a tight end, and they're going to actually run the football, and Sergio Ramirez gets stuffed. So they had quite a bit of success throwing the football, so this is probably what they should be going with right here and right now in order to get another score. They got to score here, guys, or this game is pretty much over here. Little play action pass, but nobody's open, and Barajas throws it away. Not playing too bad. He's not playing terrible. But I did want to show you guys they did kick the field goal. My brother ended up super simming that. Hate when he does that because it doesn't give you any content. It doesn't give me any content to go off of. But look at this. Look at this. Great play there by the defensive back for Cape Coral. Normally they've been outmanned and outmatched against anybody, really. No talent, really. But that defensive back's able to make a great play. And let's check this out. Jarrett Jordan trying to make something happen yet again. And another great play by a defensive back for Cape Coral. But he's unable to make the interception. Jordan scrambling, rolling out. And then look at that. It was bound to happen. Bound to happen because Jordan was making some goofy-looking passes down the field. And Cape Coral Chester Fleming gets the interception here. So a score makes it 21-17. Can Barajas lead them down? Look at this. Missed tackles. He's got some jukes. He's got some moves. And Barajas, big rush, big run there. 2nd and 9. We're in the third quarter now. And look at this now. Sergio Ramirez. Go, baby, go. 25-yard catch for Sergio Ramirez. Sets up a 1st and 10. Gallatin bringing the pressure. Thought they were playing action here, and Kale Pryor gets another grab. So, guys, I'm telling you what, Barajas has the makings. He's a Dylan Fernandez in the making. Am I right or am I right? Cunningham, Olanzio, what? I'm going to have to ask him what that is. Olanzio? Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Benny Barajas going to get sacked here. Tackled for a loss. Sets up 4th and 5. Field goal is good, so sets up 21-13 as our score now. If Cape Coral can shut these guys down, they might win this game. They might win this game, but not looking too good here after this rush for Preston Anderson. Jordan feeling the pressure. He's going to get it off to Anderson. And look at the spin move. The spin and the juke. 18-yard grab here. So disaster avoided for Jordan on the sack. And then Preston Anderson with the spin and then the juke. Disaster avoided, guys. So it sets up Gallatin on 1st and goal. And then Jordan going to scramble again to the left or to the right. And he's going to dive in yet again for another 5-yard touchdown. Another touchdown run for Jarrett Jordan. Makes the score 28-13 Gallatin. And then Gallatin with the football yet again in the third. Another touchdown here to Byron Smalls. Now 35-13. Fourth quarter, still unable to get anything going for Cape Coral on offense. Jarrett Jordan dropping back. He's got Keyshawn Sharp who dives into the end zone. So now another touchdown, 42-13. It was only a matter of time, guys, until Gallatin really just took it to him. Jarrett Jordan, the player of the game here, 200 yards, 7 carries for 68. Had a great game. Subbing in for Corey Summers. Guys, that is the action. That's the action for Cape Coral. That's what you got to look forward to is Kale Pryor, Sergio Ramirez, and Benny Barajas. So, yet again, Bullfrogs lose, but they fought. They fought valiantly. It's just, they just didn't have the stamina. They just did not have the stamina to keep up with Gallatin because a lot of running the football, a lot of scrambling. They're tired. They're exhausted. They're just not very talented right now, but they'll get there. No worries there. So, guys, let us go now to the game of the week. We got Kentucky Tech versus Ohio Western. Kentucky Tech looking to get some get something rolling here. They've got Gallatin they're facing next week, so that's a big American Conference North matchup. So, and this one is too. Every conference game is big. So Ohio Western is no slouch. They're not playing too well this season, but their overall rating indicates that they've got a shot. They've got a shot to be competitive, to create some upsets here in the American Conference North. However, Kentucky Tech is high-powered on offense, as we see here with this touchdown to Chris Drake, 23-yard grab. Great pass. You guys will see it on the replay right here. Look at this touch. Jacoby Currington with the touch. Look at that spiral. Doink. Touchdown in the back of the end zone. 7-0 Kentucky Tech. Ohio Western now with the football, 3rd and inches, and then good catch and grab there by Boyd McCray, the tight end. They normally run a double tight end set. They've got Herbert Hodge, number 9, and then Boyd McCray. So they got two tight ends that can really catch the football and run. So look out for those guys in this game. Good job there by Matthew Brooks to get the first down, and then look at Jameel Parker throwing off blockers, throwing off tackles, busting off tackles, busting moves. He's got a first down, sets up 3rd and 7. Let's check this play out. Sean Russell dropping back, and he's got someone on the sideline he thinks but Roy Woodson almost picks this ball off. Russell, guys, like we said, like we've scouted Sean Russell. He's not a very good quarterback. So you can't make those throws because you just put your team out of field goal range had that ball been picked off. But Leo Nunez going to kick that ball through. It's now 7-3. Ohio Western defense stuffs Gerald Sneed here on a screen pass. And then we get a field goal attempt by Kentucky Tech. And as time is winding down, going to kick it up. It's going to be good. So 10-3. Ohio Western is not out of this football game yet, but Jacoby Currington has got something to say about that. Maybe, as he's going to get sacked here by Tyron Blue. Look at that. Open for business. The Red Sea just parted for Ohio Western's defense there. But 3rd and 11 here, and Chris Drake is going to come up big with a 21-yard catch. So it seems, guys, that you just can't really put Kentucky Tech away. Dropping back here on 2nd and 10, and he's going to get sacked again. Currington sacked for another loss, this time by Jelani Phillips. Look at that. Big hit on Currington, but it's not going to matter because they're moving the football yet again. They pick up another first down here. Pass to Rivers. He's going to get 8 yards on that catch, and then look at Currington. He's just going to say, I'm just going to take this myself. Who needs my receivers? I got my skill. Look at that little read option here. Touchdown. Jacoby Currington can scoot. He's got a score, so it's now 17-3 mid-second quarter. So great job by Kentucky Tech to extend out that lead. Let's go to Ohio Western's possession here late in the second quarter, 2 minutes winding down. Sean Russell's got to get a score here, guys. Ohio Western, they can't afford to kick a field goal. 17-6 does them really no good, honestly. Matthew Brooks picks up a nice little chunk of change here, forces a 3rd and 1 situation. Ohio Western looking to pick up this first down. They need it. They need it bad. It's going to go to Jameel Parker, but he's not going to get it. It's going to force a 4th and inches. So what do? What will they do? They're going to kick a field goal. Field goal is good, guys. It's now 17-6 football game here. Got to take it, I guess, at halftime. Another score by Ohio Western makes it 17-13, and then they need another score to be up by 3. So they're still down 2 scores. It's not the best situation. But this is what they need right here is a turnover, a big turnover here by Currington. He's going to fumble the football. Scooped up by Ohio Western. Change of possession here. Fumble. Garen Joseph here with a 9-yard catch. So Ohio Western needs this score. 3rd quarter, early. Still in this football game. If it was a little bit later, maybe mid-4th quarter, I'd probably end up calling it, saying this is probably game over. However, 17-6, Matthew Brooks gets this first down. 1st and goal, Ohio Western lining up in a double tight end formation. And look at that. Herbert Hodge, baby. Tight end, number 1 tight end on the team. Gets a touchdown catch here. It's now 17-13. And Russell, you guys see him there, gets tackled as soon as he threw that football. So good job there by getting the ball out as quickly as he could. Kentucky Tech, with their next possession here, is unable to get the first down and convert. So it sends out the kicker. Going to try to make this a 1-score game now. Make it 20-13. So this kick is up, and it is good. So it is, in fact, now a 20-13 football game. Ohio Western is now in it. They're in it. They're in it to win it. And Sean Russell's going to have to do more of that. He's got a little bit of speed, so he can run a little bit, but he doesn't do it often enough. Loves to just dink and dunk, 5 yards here, 7 yards there. Nice little flats and slants. Just cannot stretch the field at all. But the read option, guys, is a good play for Sean Russell and Matthew Brooks. If they can team up on that, it's definitely going to bode well for Ohio Western. But not right here, as 4th and 6 is set up. Niles Murdoch with the tackle for the loss. And Brooks, guys, just unable to convert it. 4th and 6 now, end of the third quarter. How will they start this off? Will they kick this field goal or will they go for it? What do you guys think? They're on the 50, so they're going to go for it. 4th and 6 now, and look at this. He completes the pass to Herbert Hodge, but he can't get the foot down in bounds. Turnover for Ohio Western at the 50. Missed tackles here all over the place. Check out this play, guys. Check out this play. Sean Kirkpatrick, that safety, he's a really good safety. He's an All-American in the making. Just takes a terrible route. Takes a terrible route in pursuit of Jacoby Currington. And then the rest is history. 8-yard run there. And then look at this. Gerald Sneed gets the ball. 8-yard touchdown run. Another bad play here by Ohio Western. They just get sucked in on the blocks. Can't get anything going. Can't get off their blocks there, and it just sets up a touchdown. So 27-13, Kentucky Tech, and then the game is put out of reach here with Darius Wolf, 45-yard touchdown reception. Currington 334 for 2 scores. This one's put out of reach, boys and girls. 34-13 now. Look at the miss. Look at that 25, that missed tackle there. Just bad pursuit, just bad angles by Ohio Western's defense. 34-13 score, and then we would be remiss to not show all the positives despite the blowout. Got to show some scoring plays here for your Ohio Western Ospreys. Herbert Hodge, another good catch here. Look at that, one-on-one man coverage, and Herbert Hodge has got the advantage, and he's going to take this thing in for the touchdown. 34-20 now. And yet, Kentucky Tech is back on the 20-yard line. And look at this catch. Jerome Lott. Oh my. Who knew that such a big guy had enough grace? Look at this throw. Touch pass in the corner of the back of the end zone. Look at that. Great grab there, guys. Look at the toe tap. The cradle. You got to appreciate that. Jerome Lott's like 6'4" wide receiver, so he's a big boy. He's nobody to mess with over here. So Jacoby Currington, player of the game, 341 yards on the passing. So he's having a really, really good season thus far. 4 total touchdowns. Can't take that away from him. Game is over, 41-20. So this is a blowout, guys. We had, well, all these games have been blowouts. It's been blowout city, blowout central in week number 9. So, guys, let us now go to the rest of the week 9 games here. We will simulate Scranton State and Carolina Atlantic. If I can figure out the button layout here. Okay, simulate the game. Yes, simulate the game. Scranton State almost pulls off the upset. 16-15 Carolina Atlantic. So Carolina Atlantic gets the W here. Greenville versus Charleston State went into overtime yet again, guys. So Charleston State has a flair for overtime games, but Greenville takes the W, 34-27. And then obviously a huge game here between Georgia A&M and Fort Lauderdale, and A&M is going to win this football game by a touchdown. So Dylan Fernandez had a pretty solid game. You see his name a lot. It was a Dylan Fernandez versus Paxton Murphy show. I mean, the guys were throwing the football all over the place, right? But a loss there by Fort Lauderdale, just unable to take home the W. So, guys, you asked for the week number 9 standings. I do not have anything official from NCAA football, like a graphic to show you, but I will just state it right here. So week 9, after week 9, so now we're headed into week 10. Those are your matchups there. But week 9 standings are as followed. The Drakes at 4-0. This is the American North. The Drakes are 4-0. Kentucky Tech moves to 3-1. They're in second. Gallatin is 3-1 in third. Clarksville 2-2 in fourth. Ohio Western 2-2 in fifth. and then Scranton State at 0-4 in conference play in last in the American North. So let us go over. I do have a graphic here for the South, and we'll take a look there. You guys can see it on the screen now. Week number 9, this is after week number 9, so heading into week 10, those are your American Conference South standings. So Daytona State is in second, Greenville is in first, the Peach Panthers, are in third place, Charleston Swamp Foxes in fourth, Fort Lauderdale in fifth, which is very, very surprising to me. They had a couple big losses there. One win against Gallatin, but those 2 losses, one against Georgia A&M and the other against Greenville, so that you guys saw last week. So they're not coming through in the clutch. Definitely not. And then, of course, Cape Coral in last in the American South. So let us go now to Week 10 matchups on the screen. We'll go back to the Week 10 matchups. Ohio Western at Kentucky. So I think I'm going to go with Ohio Western in this one, just because Kentucky's 1-5, despite their being in the SEC. I'm going to take Ohio Western. Carolina Atlantic at UT Clarksville. So that is actually a big game because the Drakes are 4-0 and Clarksville is 2-2. So Clarksville needs a win and the Drakes need a win to stave off Kentucky Tech and Gallatin, because you guys can see Kentucky Tech and Gallatin are playing in week number 10. One of those teams are going to lose and one of those teams are going to win. So if the Drakes lose, they'll drop down to 4-1, and the winner of Kentucky Tech and Gallatin will also be 4-1, which forces a first place tie atop the North. Next up, Daytona State at Greenville. This is also another big game because Daytona State is in second place in the American Conference South. Greenville is in first place in the American Conference South. So we got a 1-2 battle there against Daytona State and Greenville. And then last but not least, Cape Coral at Georgia A&M. So I will leave the game of the week as a surprise to you guys, but I do want to let you know that we've had numerous requests to upload more frequently for this series, and I'm officially announcing it right here today, Saturday, the 28th of October. We will be doing more uploads for this series. That way we can kind of get it expedited and moved along more quickly, because I know you guys want it. You like it, you love it, you want more of it, as the saying goes, and that's what we're going to do. So, but I do want to let you guys know also that you had a lot of comments, concerns, suggestions about the series going forward. We're going to implement those changes. We're going to show every team more like 5 to 8 minute highlight reels of each team's matchup. We'll do that for year number 2. In doing that, it keeps it more concise, keeps it more organized, so that way when people are watching year number 1, you know, they're not looking at weeks 1 through 5 and being like, well, this is the structure here, so why is 5 through the end of the season or to the present, you know, different? Why is it structured all different? This is confusing. So year number 1, we'll keep it to how we've been doing it. And then year number 2, we'll implement some of the changes and suggestions that you guys had. And then, guys, I also, if you watched and you made it this far, I want to get you guys that said that you were interested in being a part of the recruiting and becoming a recruit, to get you guys in the game. So in the comment section below, post, I'll always reference this video, but post your recruit name, your height, your weight, all those specs, where you're from. You don't even have to use your real name if you don't want to, guys. You can make up names, you can be different players, and I will create these people just to let you guys know. We can make some storylines behind them and get this thing really underway here. But there is obviously no guarantee that they will fall into our Teambuilder teams. Obviously because of the recruiting process, but if they don't fall within our teams and our team's reach, then obviously we'll kind of briefly update everybody on how those players are doing. Like, let's say you're actually playing with Kentucky instead of Ohio Western. I'll make sure to keep you guys in the loop about how you're doing. So yeah, so that's the direction. So make sure you guys post below. And just want to let you guys know about what's looking to look forward to, and we'll go from there. So I will see you guys in week number 10. Like I said, I'll keep the game of the week on lockdown so you guys can kind of prepare for that a little bit and wait a little bit. We will officially start uploading more often, more frequently after week number 10. So just to let you guys know that. That's it for this episode. So leave a like if you guys like this thing. And if you're new here and you like it, love it, and you want more of it, you know what to do. Hit that little red button for a subscribe. And as always, guys, happy Saturday. Hope you enjoy all the football games. And who you guys got tonight? Penn State or Ohio State? Number 2 versus number 6. Personally, I'm rooting for Penn State. Not the most big Penn State guy, but I hate Ohio State. I can't stand Ohio State. As a Michigan man, can't stand Ohio State. So go Penn State. And let me know what you guys got. So I'll see you next Saturday. And as always, peace.